Hi everyone and welcome to the Tessie Talk Show. My name's Megan.
Crystal.
Jamie.
And Dakota. And backstage we have Brittany and Shalana, and they will be joining us for the rest of the interview.
So to start off, we're going to give you a brief history of Jamie and Crystal. So, do you guys want to tell us how you guys first met?
Well, coincidence enough, I was engaged to my former fiance, and my former fiance was in the same cabin as Jamie. So, and I ran into Jamie quite a bit. I went into Saskatoon quite a bit, and that's where we first met. So, yeah, that's where we first met, was at camp and then in Saskatoon.
Cool. Was it love at first sight for you guys?
Yeah.
Were there any barriers when you guys did get married?
I don't,
Yeah, the bed issue was a very big barrier because they had to take our beds apart to put us in and put them together.
in order for home care to
do our care
do our care, they had to move
beds.
beds.
And then 2012, we moved into this suite. So, yeah, so we moved into this suite in 2012.
So you guys have been here for a while then?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have been.
Did you guys have any obstacles with Tessie living with you guys?
Not really, because Crystal had her before, so she was grandfathered into this building.
Okay. So you lived in this building beforehand?
Yeah,
You just had to switch
I
apartments?
was on my own, and Jamie was having problems with Sherbrooke, so
Where I used to live.
where he used to live, and I said, why don't you just move in with me to get him out of Saskatoon? So he's been with me since
August 30th, 2010.
And this Saturday is you guys' 6th anniversary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. You guys have any plans?
I can't really say right now.
Ooh.
It's a secret.
Okay. She's always up to. That's why I call
It
her.
is.
That's her nickname is Sneaky Snake.
Sneaky snake.
Because she likes to play tricks like this on me.
So what are some of the barriers living in this home together and also as a married couple?
Well, home care is a really big issue. They don't, sometimes it depends on who, Jamie, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
It depends on who comes in here saying, well, oh, Jamie, can I use you as an example? His arm is really bad, so he can't do half the stuff that they think he can.
Right.
So I'm trying to assist with that because I can help because I've been doing it since 2005. So I've been trying to help him, but home care's just been going up and down, up and down, up and down, and not listening to us. So that's causing a really big.
And this is an example of what's going on. This cause we're trying to tell home care that we need to change our times because of the class. So. we're gonna-
Yeah, because we need to go to the university to meet
You guys and
you guys. And we told them like
a few times.
a few times. We've told our assessor a few times to change it because until the 20th, until the last day. And to this day, she hasn't changed it yet. So Jamie is like scrambling. We're trying to talk to them again and see if, because right now,
Yeah.
he doesn't even get up at the same time as me. Like before when he moved in with me, our times were combined. But home care cut him off. So and they finally put him back on. But they put him not with me,
Right.
but separately at different times. So
So it sounds like they don't really listen to what
No.
you guys want
No.
whatsoever.
no, they would rather fight with us rather than listening.
We're not the only ones. They don't fight. They just want to go by our policies and say, oh, this is what our policy says.
So they're more interested in what the book says than what you guys want.
Yeah.
So we are back after the break with Shalana.
And Brittany?
So previous to our break, we talked about some of the history between Jamie and Crystal. Now we're going to address what are some of the barriers of living in Regina. Do you find living okay? Are there many accessible apartments for individuals in chairs?
Not that many. Not that many. Most of them are Regina housing, but they don't have that many for young people. Mostly are in senior buildings.
So do you find your
Selection's not very high.
it's very limited?
Yeah.
How about the public transit?
Oh, that's a headache. Especially paratransit, the wheelchair accessible, just door-to-door service in Regina, the paratransit. You have to book 7 days in advance, but it doesn't guarantee you, even if you book a bus, it doesn't guarantee you're gonna get a bus 7 days in advance.
Okay.
And yeah, so Crystal and I mostly take city transit all over the city of Regina because we don't have to wait for it. We don't have to book it right ahead.
We can go whenever we want.
Yeah.
And how do you find riding the city bus? Are there any barriers to riding it ever?
There is. That's why we go. That's why we go at 11. We try to leave at 11:15 to go over to the university, because to make sure we're both on the bus at the same time. So if we miss, so we don't have to worry about if we miss the quarter to 12 bus, we're gonna really be. So we leave early just to make sure we get there on time.
And are you guys always able to get a spot on the bus together?
Not all the time.
No.
No.
It depends on, it depends if there's another chair because there's only 2 stalls.
Yeah. You see that today
Mm-hmm.
in the front.
And there are multiple other spots for individuals who are not on chairs. So this seems to be primarily a problem with only not having enough accessible wheelchair spots on the bus.
Right.
Okay. Brittany, on to you.
So next we're going to look at how society treats marriage in regards to when you have a disability. And they already talked about home care and how the problems they've had with home care. But you guys have mentioned that you had a lot of issues with Camp Easterseal. Can you talk to us about that?
Okay, I will talk about that. Okay, 2 years ago we went out to camp. We were never told when we got out there that we weren't going to be in the same cabin. We were separated. Like, he's in the girls' cabin, I'm in the boys' cabin. And we're not allowed to be with each other during the day. We have to make time at the end of the day after everybody Yeah, we don't get very much time because we have to be in bed at a certain time. As like camping to still have these old-fashioned rules that we're like children. We're not adults. We're not treated as adults. We're treated like children. Like the campers should be able to go to bed whenever we want, not whenever they want us to. We don't even have to. Yeah, we're treated like children at camp. We have to be in bed by 10 at camp. They treat us like children. We're not children. We're adults. Some of us. Most of us are adults. We're not children. And that's their thinking at the ability. They're thinking back in the 60s, 70s, when disabled people didn't have rights and stuff like that. They didn't think we knew what we were talking about. So they still got that thinking. So that's why but when I was first married, back in 1993, they did have a cabin set aside for people like me who was married, like married couples. But then another director took over many years ago. They got rid of that cabin. They're saying it because they don't have the space, but they do because they could leave one cabin open and say we're leaving this open for married couples. Yeah, because we should be able to, like you don't see in other places in the world that married couples are separated for a few days on their holiday. So why are we separated on our holiday? So.
Because we had just gotten married. Like, just got
No, we've been married for years. That was 2 years ago. We were already married for 4 years already.
Yeah, but that was our first
Holiday.
time going out there
As a married
as a married couple. And I was expected to be with Jamie, but when we got out there, nope.
No.
So there was no pre-warning, like saying married couples are separated. Once you got there, it was bam,
Nope.
shock. You guys are separated and have half an hour to see each other every day.
Yeah.
If that.
So you felt like out there your marriage wasn't respected?
Right. Yeah.
Well, knowing Jamie, you'll tell them what you think, and hopefully they'll listen and
Yeah.
do some changes. But
Yeah.
I think that's all the time that we have today.
Yeah.
Thank you, Crystal and Jamie, for joining us.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah.
you.